Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, February the 12th. Dr. Stephen Colbert from MU Healthcare. Good to have you here, Doctor.
Well, thanks for letting me be here.
And you are a supervising physician, right?
I am.
But today you wanted to talk about carpal tunnel syndrome.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, yes. It's a problem with the hands that many people probably have and don't even know it. If you wake up at night with numb and tingly hands and you have to shake it out, that's probably carpal tunnel syndrome. And there's treatment for it, so...
Okay, but what causes it? If you're doing the same thing with your hands and fingers all day long?
Right, that can definitely exacerbate it. So it can make it worse. It may not cause it, it may, but it can definitely make it a problem for people.
Is this more common with people who work in an office and they're at a computer or typewriter, more common than people who are out and about working, doing other things?
It can be anybody, practically.
Really?
So yeah, hard manual labor, typing, dental hygienists, even artists, pianists, you name it. It can be anybody. Anybody can pretty much get it. So there's probably, like I said, a lot of people who have it.
I thought it was just by doing repetitive work, hour after hour after hour.
That can make it worse. Yeah, definitely. People notice it more when they do that. Yeah.
So how do you treat it?
So you can try treating initially with splinting. So if you keep the wrist straight, for example, it can help take pressure off of the carpal tunnel. The carpal tunnel is at your wrist. So if people wear a splint at nighttime, they may not wake up at night with a numb and tingly hand.
Wait, you're saying put a splint?
Mm-hmm. A splint on the wrist just to keep it straight. So that keeps the hand from bending. When we sleep at night, we tend to curl up.
Yeah.
And that causes pressure on our nerve at our wrist, and that's what makes it numb and tingly. So if we take the pressure off the nerve, the symptoms go away.
So what do you go buy a splint at a drugstore?
Sure. That can help.
Sometimes, and how do you keep it on?
They usually strap on, and you can take them on and off. And most of the time, you just need to wear it at nighttime when you sleep. That's when most people get real compression on the nerve. Mm-hmm.
If you go to the drugstore and say, I want a splint for my wrist, they're going to know what you're talking about.
They probably will. I would always advise people to see their doctor first, naturally. Make sure that's the thing that they have. It could be something different, but it's a very common problem.
So if that doesn't take care of it, what do you do?
There's steroid injections, like having arthritis and having a joint injected with steroids. You can inject the carpal tunnel with steroids. It doesn't cure it typically. It may make the symptoms better temporarily. The only real cure for it is surgery.
So what is the carpal tunnel?
It's a tunnel in the wrist, mostly made of bone, but it's covered by a thick ligament or band of tissue. And the tendons that bend our fingers and the nerve that gives us sensation to most of our fingers run through that little tunnel. And if that tunnel gets tight or compressed, that's when the nerve gets irritated and it causes numbness and
tingling. So if you do surgery, how do you repair that?
So we release the tunnel. So the tunnel is constricted, it's narrow, it's tight. We open it up.
How do you open it up?
Making an incision, make a cut in the palm, and then go down to the tunnel and release the top of the tunnel.
Like a rotor-rooter thing?
Like a knife.
Oh, okay.
Just a knife.
But it's not a serious operation?
No.
Okay.
It's a simple operation, honestly. It's ideally done by a hand surgeon, but it's become so easy to do these days, we can do it even in just a numbing shot.
Okay. All right, doctor. Thank you so much for coming by. And if people want more information, they can check it out on the website, right?
Yes, absolutely.
But it is a common ailment.
It is.
All right. You can go to muhealthcare.org for more information. Dr. Stephen Colbert, thank you for coming by.
Thank you.
I didn't call you Stephen Colbert.
Not a problem.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.